Hi, welcome back to Dragon Ball Return channel. Today we will discuss Dragon Ball Part 1 before entering the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. In a barren desert, there was not a single person in sight. From a distance, there was only Goku, who was floating in the air with his hands up. But unfortunately, suddenly, Goku felt unlucky on that day, because there was the strongest enemy of all time, who came named Majin Buu, appeared to attack him. Majin Buu simply punched Goku in the face until Goku looked in pain. Because Majin Buu's power was so powerful, the earth was almost threatened with destruction. But at that time, there was Mr. Satan, who saw their fight behind the cliff. Mr. Satan was very surprised and was afraid something would happen. After seeing them fight, it seemed like Satan went to the neighborhood to ask for their support, to the point where everyone in the village waved their hands and shouted the name of Satan. Thanks to the request of Mr. Satan, all the energy of the people on Earth was successfully collected to produce the Super Genkin Dama. Goku, who previously seemed unable to take the attack, managed to fight back with his strength. Majin Buu was taken by surprise by Goku's powerful attack. With one hand, Goku managed to blow Majin Buu away from his presence. In the end, Goku was able to defeat Majin Buu, and the Earth was back to peace. The battle was over, and from then on, the days and months slowly passed. In a rice field seen from a distance, Goku was driving a plow machine alone. However, Goku's face is very sad on such a bright day. Even though Goku felt so tired, he still had to do the job. It felt like Goku couldn't resist the boredom of doing that job until it made Goku very sleepy. But suddenly came Goten, who ran with a box in his hand. Goten's face was very cheerful to meet his father until Goku was surprised to hear Goten's shout. It turns out that Goten came to bring his father Goku lunch. Goku just realized that it was Goten who came. Goku so stopped the machine and asked Goten, who might have gone home from school, to be able to come to him. But it turns out it was Sunday. Goten placed the lunchbox on the ground. Because he had been working for so long, Goku chose to take a short break. Goku offered Goten to replace him for a while driving the machine, while Goku was resting. Without refusal, Goten immediately listened to his father's orders. Goku opened the lunchbox, which contained a delicious meal. Goku eagerly enjoyed the lunch alone. Meanwhile, Goten was driving the machine in place of Goku. After enjoying the delicious food, Goku felt very full and held his stomach. But suddenly Goku turned into Gohan, who was full of power. Goten, who was on the machine, looked confused to see his father like that. Goku's face instantly changed to full of enthusiasm. It feels like Goku is about to start something with two hands that are already clenched into fists. Goten stopped the machine and watched as his father acted differently. Instantly, Goku closed his eyes and took a breath. Not long after, in Goku's mind appeared Frieza, who attacked from behind. Fortunately, Goku immediately came to his senses and looked back. Frieza's hand, which was already aiming at Goku to punch him, was immediately blocked by Goku with one hand. But Frieza continues to attack until Goku manages to slash his head with his right hand. Frieza becomes painful and is immediately blown away. But after Frieza was defeated, a Cell appeared, who was ready to fight against Goku. From a distance, Goku has realized that behind him, someone is coming. Goku immediately moved the attack from his hand until Cell was confused. Cell, who had just directed the attack, was instantly silent and motionless. Goku took the opportunity to blow the Cell away from his presence. Goku's power that lies in that hand looks very strong. Goten was no longer focused on driving the machine and kept glancing at his father. Goku is seen moving his legs and arms with a loud sound. In Goku's shadow, the hand with full power punched Cell in the face. Instantly, Cell fell and disappeared from his sight. After the Cell disappeared, the next enemy came, Majin Buu. Majin Buu's face looks very excited to beat Goku, but with a sharp gaze, Goku prepares the power to attack Majin Buu. From a distance, Goku floated to attack Majin Buu, but instantly the fantasy was stopped because Goku heard something. Goten, who was driving the machine, fell into the ravine. Goku was thrown from the machine and screamed. Because of that, Goku immediately ran to lift the machine with his right hand and save Goten. In such a situation, Goku felt annoyed with Goten, who had made trouble. If indeed Goten could not drive the machine carefully, it was better to keep quiet. Because of that problem, Goku could not focus on training, but Goten was still confused why his father had to train. Goten put down the machine and explained why he had to train, because they themselves don't know if suddenly an enemy as powerful as Majin Buu will appear again. So Goku practiced to prepare. if that happened to him. Hearing that, Goten just understood why his father was acting strange. With one hand, and without touching Goku, was able to move the machine that almost went into the ravine. Actually, what Goku really wanted to do at that time was to train at the Kaiosama place. But unfortunately, Chi-Chi kept telling Goku to make money. But sometimes Goten himself feels that the strongest person on Earth is his mother Chi-Chi. Hearing that Goku laughed, even Goten saw that Gyumao's grandfather didn't have any money anymore. But what Goten knew was that if his mother became Goku, then Chi-Chi would look for a more promising job, for example, like being Mr. Satan. But actually, Goku himself prefers that kind of work, because Goku could still use a short break to train. Suddenly, from the sky, they saw a car flying. Goku and Goten's eyes focused on the car. From the glass of the car appeared Mr. Satan, who greeted Goku with a very cheerful face. Goku just realized that it was Mr. Satan they were just talking about, at that moment on a planet that looked very dark. Beerus was looking at some dishes that were in his eyes. Beerus was accompanied by Wise, who always stood beside him. The king of the planet ordered 2 servants to immediately bring food to Goku. After all the food was served on the table, Beerus immediately noticed the food. The planetary king told Beerus to eat all the dishes as much as he wanted. All the food had been specially prepared by all the expert cooks of the planet. Beerus took a glass of drink and looked at the contents inside. But after that, Beerus enjoyed the drink normally. The planetary king and the other servants even noticed Beerus's face. But at that time, one servant kept a vial of poison behind his body. Beerus looked normal after enjoying the food until Wise glanced at him. Beerus admitted that the food they served was delicious. The taste is really very abundant in accordance with Beerus's tongue. You could say that it was one of the flavors that Beerus liked. Hearing that the king of the planet was surprised to feel unexpected at all. The king of the planet went so far as to ask if it was true what Beerus had said. But Beerus did not answer that, and said something else. At once, Beerus understood that there was poison in the food. Beerus did not think that they would think of killing him with such poison. They were all immediately shocked to hear Beerus say that. But the servant who held the poison tried to hide the poison behind his body. Wise could only sigh when Beerus said that. The planetary king tried to ask back the poison that Beerus meant. Beerus seemed to say something so ridiculous that he said the food contained poison. Maybe it was just Beerus who didn't like the taste of the dish. So the planetary king offered Beerus to try the planet's famous Vincado vegetable soup. But hearing the name of the menu, Beerus felt confused. The planetary king had said that their soup was very famous. But Beerus didn't want to try the soup and told the planetary king to forget his offer. Instantly, Beerus's face changed because it was very surprising that their attitude was like that. Even from the beginning, Beerus had decided to destroy the planet. The planetary king and the other servants immediately readied their weapons to beat up Beerus. Then it meant they were going to fight, but Beerus had already touched his finger to destroy the planet. Just one touch of the planet was split apart. Wise could only see Beerus's out-of-control behavior, but in the end, Beerus was able to destroy the planet according to his original plan. Beerus felt satisfied that they could not let people like them live freely. At once, Beerus just remembered about his dream that was visited by someone, but Wise was confused about what dream Beerus was referring to. When Mr. Satan saw Goku plowing his field, Mr. Satan immediately launched his car. Mr. Satan gives new information to Goku to make Goku very surprised. It turns out that Mr. Satan will give 100 million zeni for them. Goten was also surprised to hear the huge amount. Actually, Mr. Satan often came to the village because he had just received a world award. Mr. Satan has just saved the world for the umpteenth time. That's why Mr. Satan got a lot of prize money. But Mr. Satan felt that Goku and his family deserved to receive all that money. That's why Mr. Satan came to give them bags of money. But Goku immediately refused once because he didn't need money like that. But Mr. Satan still insisted on accepting the money. Goku felt confused because it was not only Goku himself who fought, and Mr. Satan had also fought. Goku doesn't know how many zeros there are in the 100 million zeni. All Mr. Satan knew was that there were about 8. Hearing that Goku was even more surprised, it was clear that Goku could not accept that much money. With a hand that refuses, Goku is sure if he doesn't need that much money. Goten was confused by his father's decision because he didn't want to accept the money. Because if he had that much, then Goku wouldn't have to work anymore. Most importantly also, Chi-Chi will definitely allow Goku to go to Kaiosama's place. Goku still feels unsure until he asks Goten again. Mr. Satan became even more insistent and told Goku to listen to what Goten had to say. Because of that, Goku immediately thought and decided to accept the money. Hearing that Mr. Satan was very happy and showed a satisfied face. Goku had received a bag containing a lot of money, but Goku wanted to know if Mr. Satan was sure to give all the money. Mr. Satan was very sure, but Mr. Satan wanted to keep it a secret between them. Goten and Goku will keep the news a secret. Beerus, who was still on the new planet, remembered the person who appeared in his dream. Beerus believed that that person was a great warrior who could comfort him. The name of the warrior is the super god, Saiyan. Hearing that, Wise felt confused, but there were still many things that Beerus had forgotten from his dream. Therefore, Wise invited him to return home first until he remembered all his dreams. On the holy planet Caillou, there were two men who looked very surprised. They had no idea that one of their ancestral planets had disappeared. They had a bad feeling about the destruction of that planet. It felt like the gods were moving at that very moment. Beerus and Wise have returned to their planet. After they returned, the oracle fish said that Beerus would face each other with the super god Saiyan. Hearing that, Beerus already suspected that everything was in accordance with what he said. Beerus's strongest enemy is coming. But Beerus had to keep in mind that the Vegeta planet filled with Saiyan had long been destroyed by Frieza. Beerus only remembered about it because Beerus had asked Frieza to destroy the planet. But even so, Wise knows that there are still some Saiyan living on Earth. Beerus has never heard of a planet Earth like Wise said. Maybe the Earth that Wise is referring to is one of the planets that was almost destroyed by dinosaurs. Wise already suspected that Beerus ordered to destroy the Earth, but suddenly Wise saw one of the Saiyan in a distant place. The Saiyan nation is Son Goku, who defeated Frieza. Beerus was surprised when he found out that someone could defeat Frieza. Wise immediately assured that Frieza had indeed been defeated by the Saiyan nation named Son Goku. At that time, Son Goku was on planet Caillou in the north. Because of that, Beerus wants to go directly to the planet Caillou in the north. On planet Kiao, Beerus was practicing his powers by pulling a large weight around his waist. Goku was able to successfully come to the planet and return to training thanks to the money that Mr. Satan had given. Goku is also very happy to have met Bubbles again. Bubbles accompanied Goku to train and ran next to him. But suddenly there was Caillou-sama, who came with a very panicked face. It looks like a very serious problem has occurred. Goku was confused as to what had happened, seeing Caillou-sama's frightened face. Caillou-sama had to pee his pants because the Beerus were coming to the planet. Goku doesn't know who the Beerus are, Caillou-sama explained in a very panicked tone. Beerus is the god of destruction and the most powerful god in the universe. Goku was shocked to hear the word god of destruction, but Goku himself had never heard of a god of destruction on the planet. Because of that, Caillou-sama didn't stop running here and there because he was so panicked. It felt like Caillou-sama was going to die right then and there, because Caillou-sama said that Beerus was the strongest person in the universe. Goku really wanted to meet Beerus and fight him, but Caillou-sama didn't approve of Goku saying that. According to Beerus, Goku is definitely no match for him. If they make Beerus emotional, then it can be guaranteed that Beerus will immediately finish them off. Suddenly, Beerus and Wise came up behind Caillou-sama and heard their words. Beerus became excited and would accept the challenge to fight. Caillou-sama was immediately surprised to hear Beerus's creepy voice. There were even Wise who stared with creepy faces, but in contrast to Goku, who was very happy to meet Beerus, Goku immediately challenged Beerus to fight with him. But Caillou-sama strictly forbade Goku from acting like that. Goku can't just talk in such a loud tone. Caillou-sama immediately apologized to Beerus to ignore Goku's attitude, but Wise said that Beerus came to have business with the Saiyan nation Goku. Instantly, Goku immediately showed his very strong body until Caillou-sama was surprised. Goku was ready to fight with him and did not want to hold back anymore. Caillou-sama told Goku to hold his attitude and quickly put a stop to it. Wise just smiled at Goku's enthusiastic behavior. Beerus told Goku to immediately show all his strength to Beerus. Because of that, Goku immediately ran with a loud shouting sound. Goku attacked Beerus from various directions and various forms of attack, but Beerus, who was without any movement, was able to dodge the attacks quickly. Goku did not stop attacking with his hand. While dodging the attacks, the Beerus remembered that the Saiyan did have black hair. Wise was also convinced that what he saw in front of him was a form of transformation into a Super Saiyan. The change technique is also a technique that is often used by the Saiyan. Beerus just found out that there is such a technique. Goku confirmed Wise's words that said the technique. Goku's body is getting bigger and more power is coming to him, so they had to quickly see how to deal with Super Saiyan 2. Goku attacked again and again without stopping. Because of Goku's great strength, Beerus knows why Goku can defeat Frieza. But Beerus saw only a little of the power that Goku had. Even Beerus didn't see any other powers. Hearing that Goku felt funny and should not Beerus to underestimate him, because Beerus will show the strongest form of himself. Instantly, Goku immediately shouted and showed more strength. Beerus and Kaiosama looked on with shocked faces. Goku has unleashed the superpower of Saiyan 3 in his body. Seeing that, Kaiosama immediately told Bubbles to leave immediately. Wise was amazed to see Goku's new power come out. Even Beerus laughed with the new power that was almost memorable. There were actually a few people who could detect that the god of destruction was on the move. The two men were surprised to hear the news about Goku fighting Beerus. They had just been asked to cross paths with the planet Kaiju. That's because only the god of creatures is able to detect the presence of other gods. In another part of the universe, there are also two people who are just like Beerus and Wise. Their shapes and clothes were very similar to those of Beerus and Wise. They want to go to the planet Beerus. But it turns out that at that time, Beerus was fighting with Goku in the northern part of Planry Kaiju. Champa thought that was a good thing, because if Beerus is in the middle of the battle, it means there is an opportunity to act. But at that time, Goku still continued to attack Beerus with his superpowers. But Beerus managed to dodge continuously without any resistance. Their battle has been fierce as trash destroys planets. Goku's face already looks very annoyed because his attack did not hit Beerus. Goku asks Beerus to counter the attack. If they continue like that with Beerus dodging, then Goku will not be able to feel the power of Beerus. Goku puts his face right in front of Beerus. If that is what Goku wants, then Beerus will comply. With just a flick of the hand, Goku was immediately thrown very far away. Kaiosama was shocked that Goku could be defeated so easily. Goku's body was injured, and his breath was choked. But Beerus still told Goku to quickly stand up. Beerus wanted to see Goku turn into Super Saiyan God, but hearing that name, Goku felt unfamiliar and confused. Beerus became surprised because Goku could not change anymore. Goku showed his body at that time because that was Goku's last change. Goku couldn't change anymore. Wise was also surprised that Goku couldn't change anymore. Because of that, Beerus felt disappointed and slapped Goku's face many times. Goku couldn't resist the slap until he fell down. Kaiosama could only watch from a distance with his panicked face. After Goku was unconscious, Beerus and Wise left him. Goku felt that they should meet the other Saiyan on Earth. At that time, Champa was still looking to see if Beerus would see him. But fortunately at that time, Beerus went the other way. Champa was already feeling happy because he would soon meet Beerus. Seeing Goku, who could not get up, Kaiosama immediately went to him. Goku was very upset because he had lost badly to Beerus, but that was the reason why Kaiosama told Goku to stop. But Goku continued to do the impossible and fight Beerus. Goku gets information that at that time, Beerus will head to Earth. Goku feels that something serious will happen because Bulma is celebrating her birthday. Kaiosama was surprised to hear that and felt confused. On Earth, right on a very magnificent cruise ship, the location of Bulma's birthday celebration. Suddenly, Goku came and crashed into the people attending the party. But Goku's arrival was late because Beerus and Wise had arrived first. The arrival of the Beerus only wanted to ask about the Super Saiyan God, but they retaliated with rude actions. However, Goku was very angry and prevented Beerus from eating the pudding. But Beerus did not accept because it was the first time for Beerus to enjoy pudding. Still, Goku did not care and felt that Beerus ruined the event. Goku immediately attacked him with full power, but Beerus easily dodged the attack. Beerus felt that Goku should be punished and immediately pulled Goku's body. Beerus spun Goku like a kite and threw him into the sea. Seeing that, Piccolo was very upset and wanted to beat Beerus, but Vegeta came to stop him because it was futile to fight with Beerus. Beerus had not seen Vegeta for a long time, but at that time Vegeta was annoyed at the level of Beerus. At once, Beerus stepped on Vegeta's head and made Goku very surprised, but Vegeta apologized for the mistake he made. But Beerus immediately laughed because he had forgiven the planet Vegeta, who looked like a wrong job. Goku immediately shouted that Beerus was the strongest god of destruction, and in the universe, no one dared to fight Beerus. Suddenly, Bulma came and slapped Beerus in the face. Everyone who came to the event was very surprised. Bulma was very upset because her event was destroyed just like that. All this time, Bulma had been waiting for a long time to do the celebration, but Beerus did not care and slapped Bulma again. Vegeta was furious because of the level of Beerus, who was insolent, dared to slap like that. Instantly, Vegeta's strength came out and the floor of the place cracked. Beerus was surprised to see Vegeta, and everyone was unable to hold controlled their bodies. Because of that, Vegeta immediately attacked because Goku had to pay with his life. However, Beerus easily dodges the attack and returns to attack Vegeta. Vegeta and Beerus really fought and opposed each other. After Vegeta was punched with his hand, Beerus did not accept it and punched again. But Vegeta was very upset and punched Beerus until he was thrown into the sea. In the sea, Vegeta did not stop kicking, punching, and beating him. They were surprised, since when Vegeta could be that strong. Because the annoyance that arose too much, Vegeta shouted very loudly and threw Beerus to another planet. Beerus could not put up the slightest resistance. Even everyone was surprised to see the Beerus that just disappeared. But in the sacred world at that time, two men were looking at the orb of hope. If at that time the Beerus were fighting with a Vegeta, if they continue to fight like that, then the Earth could become just a memory. Suddenly, the great lovers felt confused because there was another planet that was destroyed while Beerus was on Earth. Suddenly, the ball of hope moved on its own and saw that Champa was searching for the ball of hope. They were so surprised that they couldn't stay still like that. Champa could catch them if they didn't move from that place. They were surprised when Champa glanced at them and looked clearly inside the ball of hope. Earlier, they heard that Champa was talking about Dragon Ball. That's why they were scared and ran from that place. They don't understand why Champa knows about Dragon Ball. But suddenly, Champa and a woman similar to Wise appeared in front of them. Champa greeted the great Kai of the 7th universe who had not met for a long time. Champa saw that the two of them were very suspicious, but Champa chose to leave and didn't care about them. Champa and Vados flew away from the sacred planet Kai, but they were still very afraid of why Champa came to that place. The great lovers were still thinking about Champa talking about the ball of hope, or maybe Champa was talking about Dragon Ball planet Namek. There must be something that Champa was planning at that time. They must immediately go to planet Namek and protect the Dragon Ball. At that time on Earth, Vegeta and Beerus continued to fight over the sea, but Beerus has managed to fight him. But it seems that Beerus sees that the Vegeta is also not a Super Saiyan god, because the Beerus no longer needed planet, so the Beerus wanted to destroy it. Vegeta was very upset why everything could be like that. Suddenly, Goku reappeared with a very angry face. Goku asked Beerus to wait for a while, but Beerus was already surprised because there was Goku who came back in front of him again.